Happy Sunday, fun day, crypto fam. Welcome to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as Arthur Hayes says central banks about to catapult Bitcoin and altcoins to new heights. I'll be explaining why, as well as DeFi total value locked finally blast off to $192 million, record's best performance in the past 15 months, according to DApp Radar. We'll also be discussing Donald Trump now referring to himself as the crypto president in bid for donations from the digital asset sector. I'll be breaking down this latest report, as well as Bitcoin Maxi, Samson now identifies Godzilla candle scenario for the King crypto. I'll be breaking down what this means. We'll also be discussing Max Keiser's prediction saying Bitcoin will skyrocket to millions of dollars per coin. Actually transcribed one of his recent interviews. I'll be sharing all this with you. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. Take it away, theme music.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Let's go, crypto fam. Church is officially in session. I'll be preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi, as I do each and every day. Let me know if the stream is loud, clear, and smooth. We're broadcasting on 5 platforms live and in the flesh right now: on X, on Rumble, on YouTube, on Kick, and Twitch. Greatly appreciate y'all support each and every day. Shout out to everyone in that live chat. And just a reminder, this is a live and interactive show. So, say hello. Let me know where you're tuned in from. Greatly appreciate it. Shout out XYZ. Shout out Molly. Shout out Shandy. Shout out JC Ice Baby. Shout out Steven. Shout out Devon. Shout out Del Pillar. Shout out all the moderators. Digital Dankness, Keiser, also Darth Melda, and the rest of the fam. Always a pleasure to see you guys. What's poppin'? What's new? The market's back in the green. We're on the cusp of reclaiming $70,000, which is a beautiful thing. Shout out Tony, just popped in to see the yellow gold badger. Gotta run. Well, congrats on the yellow badge family. Definitely appreciate all the members of the channel. You'll notice a badge next to the names with green. So shout out to all the members. Appreciate you guys. What up, church? Shout out Bobby Digital. Good to see you, broski. I was singing along. I know that's your jammy jam, Jennifer. And shout out to Chandy for producing that one. And we also have a new jam she produced. We played yesterday. We're going to play it again, especially considering we're back in the 60,000 range. So check it out. Enjoy the jammy jam. Now enjoy the 60 G's. While we're still in the 60 G's range, we may be 70,000 before the end of the stream. You have been warned.
Buying opportunity for 5th level 60 G's. What do you think, JV? Oh, by the biddy. Who cares about a roaring kitty? A boring kitty. Me, I'm for the bitty. I'm for the nippinator. I'm for Nipsey, not for the weirdo Kit Kat kitty cat. A kitty cat. I'm for stacking the stats.
Oh, is it really Trump's birthday today? Well, happy birthday, Pres Trump. I didn't know that, Steve. Thank you.
Stack the sats, ain't no thing, baby. It's a chance to stack those sats, chance to stack the bitties.
We be stacking them biddies. You already know.
Baby, you never heard about me with another coin. Bitcoin. I got my mind on my Bitcoin.
Cause there's no second best.
And my Bitcoin on my mind. 60 G's, 60 G's. I'm buying opportunity. Bitcoin.
And once we recapture 70,000 later during the live stream, I'll play the 70 G's remix.
Bitcoin. But I don't sweat it because it's just pathetic to let it get me involved in that sell on the dip crowd sell on the dip crowd dip sell dope sell no Bitcoin sell.
Amen. How many of you just recently took advantage of that dip? Holla at your boy.
I'm no sellout. from Bitcoin. Roger out, Roger out.
I love it. This is the new Jammy Jam. Thank you again, Chandy, for producing this. Ahoy, shout out Greg. Good to see you as well, family. Always a pleasure. Bob S., welcome. Unimatrix, welcome. XYZ and everyone just joining the live stream. If you guys can repost this, spread the word. Let the fam know JV is live. Greatly appreciated, family. Yeah. And let me know what you think of the Jammy Jams. Shout out Fafa. Welcome, Fafa. What it do, Molly? Good to see you, sis. Welcome, everyone just joining the stream. Bitcoin flipped back in the green. I think we're going to recapture 70,000 during the live stream. We're only $300 away, for Christ's sake. So send it. Let's get it. What's popping? What's good? Oh, so there's a correction. June 14th is Trump's B-Day, according to Unimatrix. Bitcoin fees are like extra high on Vavo right now. Well, I saw on the Bitcoin blockchain the other day, fees were back to like $50 per transaction. So you may want to consider layer 2 scaling solutions such as Lightning, so you can reduce the fees there. You don't want to be spending $50 per transaction. But on the other side of that coin, keep in mind, I just saw $1 billion plus transaction for like $100. Where else can you send $1 billion, right? For $100 fee. It's unheard of, only with Bitcoin, family. Now, shout out Multi-Jera. We greatly appreciate you subscribing to the #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. Welcome, Steve N. So right now you can get 1,435 Satoshis for $1. Hell of a bargain. I agree with you, Joseph. Welcome, Bob. El Chorizo, what it do? Palm Beach Island representing. I went in heavy late Friday, just prior to the close of the market. FBTC and Marathon Digital, let's freaking go. It says Trump's birthday is June 14th. Thanks for the clarification. 1946. Wow. Thank you, Don. Yeah, Bitcoin fees, if we were at 350 G's. My dog was barking at Nipsey. I told Leo, you better be nice to Nipsey. That's hilarious, Devon. Always do JV at least 2 times before the stream. Oh, I see all your retweets, so I'm not referring to you. I think Jennifer retweets more so than anyone else on the stream, and I love you for that. So thank you, family. Chandy, pump it to 72 theme songs in a day. I don't sweat it either way due to the sloth banks. We have to wait until tomorrow to move more to Bitcoin. Banks are asleep and won't let us spend out our money. Well said. Down with the legacy financial system and in with the biddies. Amen. Bitcoin's going to make the legacy financial system obsolete, only a matter of time. What a beat that was, JV. Amen, Alan. It's fire. Bit bro behind Trump while he was talking. You pointed that out to me. That was actually quite hilarious. Did that guy actually get to talk? Let me know. How high this week? 72, 73. Well, I'm calling for new all-time high. Price discovery is 73.8. So I think once we break 72 clearly, it's going to liquidate like billions worth of shorts, in which Willie Woo shared. I shared in his analysis in the past couple of days. And that could usher us into a new leg up of price discovery 75,000 level. That can happen this week. In fact, there is a live poll in the live chat. Let me know when you feel Bitcoin hits a new all-time high. Will it be between June 9th and the 15th, from June 16th to the 30th, or from July 1st to the 15th, or July 16th to the 31st? Please do let me know, family. Greatly appreciate it. Steven says, thanks, JV, for sharing your experience about the billion-dollar transactions. My personal experience, I wish. I just saw that floating around X there, family. But yeah, there's levels to this ish, fam. There's definitely levels to this ish.
Pump it up.
Pump it up.
It up. Pump.
We got to pump that mofo up. Let's get it. No JB, who was just in the audience behind Trump. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the infamous Miss Yellen buy Bitcoin, yellow Bitcoin sign that went so viral. And now it's a part of our culture with the Bitcoin memes. June 20th is the summer solstice. Bitcoin is the celestial align. Do your own astrology for the broskies. Well said, Greg. Well said. 2020, 2021, we had 10,000 moves a week. Blew my mind. I was doing the Mikey Sailor, buying the FOMO. Yeah, yo. God candles on the daily. Let's go. Omega candles. Godzilla candles. We're going to be discussing all that later here today as well. Luca, step back. Then all-time high. Oompa Loompa, still top dog. Speaking of the Oompa Loompa Oompity-doos.
la-di-do. I've got another halving for you.
Bitcoin halving 2028. It'll be here before you know it, family. You already know. Welcome, everyone, joining the live stream. Loud and clear, says T-Dog. We got a full pack house here. Church is officially in session. I'll be preaching the Holy Gospel of Satoshi for the next 2 hours. Brace yourselves. Hide your wives. Hide your kids. You have been warned. Just playing. This is a completely family-friendly show. While we're streaming on the tube, when the YouTube stream ends, we'll continue with the uncensored version of the pod on X, Rumble, Kick, and Twitch. Just FYI, as we do each and every day. But anyways, fam, if you're new to the channel, very important, smash them likes and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications. It'll help out tremendously with the YouTube algo, and that way you get notified actually when I go live. And please, pretty please, if you're watching the stream on X, just hit the repost button. It'll help spread the word, get more eyeballs on the stream so we can pump back above 70,000. Let's make it happen, Captain. But anyways, today is pod number 1665. I'm your host, JV. It's June 9th, 2024. Another beautiful Sunday fun day. And let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. I love to see the entire market back in the green. Bitcoin above 69.8 and means we're less than $200 away from recapturing 70,000, baby. Also, let me know where you feel the Bitcoin weekly close will take us, which we get a weekly close in a few more hours. Also, you have Ether back in the green along with the bulk of the altcoin market. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. We're sitting on a 2.55 trillion market cap with 49 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. We have the Bitcoin dominance approaching 54%. More precisely, it's at 53.9% right now, with the Ether dominance at 17.5%. My question for the fam, how high will the Bitcoin Dom likely climb for this particular cycle? Holla. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours. We got Chili's up 9%, Aptos up 5%, and Quant up 5%. Below that, Theta, Stark, Ordi, and Monero. Now, which particular alts, fam, are you guys most bullish on for this particular bull? Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubble so we can get a visual perspective of the market. On the daily, we can currently see the bulk of the market back in the green, which is a beautiful thing. And zooming out on the monthly, I'd say probably still 60 to 65% in the red, with the lower, altcoins in the green. Many of these meme coins in particular are doing pretty impressive gains, but overall market still in the red. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index. Today we're 75 greed. Yesterday 72. Last week a 73, and last month a 66 in greed. So there you have it, my crypto fam. Where do you think the weekly close will take us here in a few hours? Holla, holla, holla. 3 weeks to 100,000 can happen if we break out. That's right, it could happen a lot faster than you could imagine. My new sage is almost ready to be harvested. Oh, are you growing your own sage, Jennifer? That's what's up. You know, JB loves the sage. I will light the sage later in the show. I wrap it and dry it for a month. Oh, you sell it as well. Well, now I know where to buy my sage from. Thank you. That's pretty lit. Lots to talk about the mega shorts keeping the price down while the ETFs are buying heavy. That's right, a lot of ETF volume, which we're not even going to see on the books until Monday when the traditional legacy markets open again. So let me know if you think we're going to have a very bullish week that can take us back to price discovery. It's been a while. It's been since March. We hit that 73.8 current all-time high. I mean, you're excited about the one way I don't know what that means, but it's good to be excited, Sea-Dog. Another example, the next level, grow your own. I grow stuff. Never thought of Sage. Arkansas, good territory for that. Ask Chandy. Mark Yusko owns the original Bitcoin Yellen sign. Oh, how much was that just up for sale? I know there was some sort of auction. I think they paid over $1 million for that infamous Bitcoin sign. That's what's up. Sage is good in turkey stuffing. I didn't know that. Don't hold your breath. Oh, yeah, that's right. Some of my kombucha brands have the sage in it as well. I think it was the Dr. Brew, the ones that I drink. Yeah, that was one of the ingredients. Don't hold your breath. Not holding it. But anyways, family, welcome everyone just joining the stream. We got a full house, which I love to see. Another beautiful day here in Puerto Rico. The sun is out. It's a scorching. It feels 95 degrees outside. Nipsey's chilling on the tile. He don't even want to chill in the warm bed. He'd rather be on the cold tile. Smart pup. That's why he's the top dog. You know what I mean? Who needs a roaring kitty? A roaring, boring kitty. We got Nipsey, Nipsonator. Yeah, yo. Precisely.
Pump it up. Pump it up.
But anyways, fam, let's kick it off next with some Bitcoin TA, aka astrology for the broskies. Bitcoin volatility hovering within 6% of record low levels. That's right. Bitcoin price moved so little over the past 15 days, leading up to the sharp decline on June 7th, that it approached historic lows seen across all 15-day periods of Bitcoin history. We're talking about the period between May 24th and June 7th, which was among the bottom of the 6% of occurrences for volatility, according to Swan Bitcoin Chief Investment Officer Rafa Zagari, quoting him here. The horizontal blue line in the latest 15-day rolling volatility number of 23%, it certainly looks close to the lower level, he explained, posting to the extended period that Bitcoin was stuck in range, as he outlines here on X. And after the 15-day period, which it traded within a 7% range, fluctuating between 66.9 and 71.6, the Bitcoin price sharply declined by 3% to 69,000, according to CoinMarketCap. The plummet followed the U.S. Employment Situation Summary Report, publishing stronger job growth than expected, an indication that inflation rates may not be cut by the U.S. Federal Reserve on June 11th, a closely monitored metric for the Bitcoin price predictions by analysts in recent times. However, Zagari highlighted that the outcomes of the Bitcoin price during previous periods of similarly low volatility or lower, over the next 30 days, the average return stood at almost 21%, with the minimum return declining further to 32%, while the maximum return was 218%. The outcomes are even more significant when viewed over the course of 365 days following the previous similar low volatility periods. And although the minimum return for this period stands at 55%, the average return is 820%. Like, whoa. Now, Zagu reiterated, though this isn't any indication for the future, he just believes there is a value in learning from the past. And I think he makes a great point there. They say, if history doesn't repeat, it sure as hell oftentimes rhymes. Let me know if you agree with that, and where do you feel the Bitcoin price action is likely to take us, especially for this month of June. When price discovery, if you guys can interact in the live poll, and please let me know. It's greatly appreciated, family. And towards the end of the show, we'll end the poll, and I'll read you the results, and we'll go from there. Yes, we appreciate all the support. Shout out to the X fam, Rumble fam, YouTube fam, Kick and Twitch. We streaming on 5 platforms live and in the flesh right now.
Now, we all know Bitcoin is the best asset.
Would you agree?
You agree?
Agreed.
Look, pump it up if your game went long. When the dip hit,
You just ate like King Kong. Yes, having my agave this afternoon. Agave tequila is an agave, or tecaliana is an agave plant that is an important economic product of Jalisco, state of Mexico, due to its role in the base ingredient of tequila. Good to note there, Bob. Enjoy that tequila, and long live Mexico. Shout out to all my peeps out there in Mexico. One love, family. 4th of July, Saturn to the moon, says Steven. Molly says, I agree. Already 250 people on X. X for the win. We got more people. Oh, whoa. I take that back. There's 273 people on YouTube. The YouTube gods have blessed us today, because typically there's always more people live on X, but today there's a flippening. Wow, that's amazing. But it's ironic. I don't know what's going on, because it just jumped from 270 to 201 in 1 second. So I don't even know what to think. So shout out to X, YouTube, Rumble, the entire fam. We appreciate it. Shout out Barek, Monfils Evangelista. Free El Chapo, says El Chorizo. Free El Chapo. I say free Ross and free Julian Assange. What do you got to say to that? Bitcoin is freedom. Listening at work. Amen, Mr. Bone Daddy. Enjoy your experience there. We appreciate it. Hit the like button, says Joseph. And Agave Nectar points out, Greg, anyone with price predictions for Bitcoin, you come to the right place. I share predictions relentlessly every stream, every day, 365 days out of the year. We're going to be discussing Max Keiser's latest prediction, as well as a prediction with a Godzilla candle from Samson Mao of Jan 3. So a lot of predictions, income, and family. That's right. Bitcoin is freedom. Bitcoin is sovereignty. Bitcoin is prosperity and all that. Yeah, I mean, exactly, DJ Wednesday. Warren G back in the house. Regulators. Mono. It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets listening to my stream. Hi from the UK. Nice to have you back, brother. Appreciate it, Michael. Shout out Barack. We greatly appreciate the supers. Keep them coming. Much love, family. Thank you. Thank you. All-time high June 20th, says Greg, 400,000 by the end of the year, or 2.8 million before the next halving in 2028. Yeah, send it. What do you think about the Elon Musk having offers double the Bitcoin? Come on now. We all know that's a scam. So for the newbies watching, don't even entertain it. It's always a scammer. Unfortunately, those scams are always rampant on YouTube, and YouTube just can't keep up with it or do anything about it. I've seen those scams for now 6 years persistently, and they still exist. In fact, typically when you type in Bitcoin into the YouTube search, the top streams that appear are those giveaway scams, and it's typically with Michael Saylor. So be very careful. You have been warned. 75,000 before the end of June. Bring it. I am so ready for price discovery, yo. I think MicroStrategy is the second best. It's working for me. Speaking of second best, take it away, Mikey Saylor.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Bada boom, bada bing. Bitcoin forever king, if you know what I mean. But anyways, fam, next story of the day. Here's the latest from Just Blaze. Arthur Hayes. The headline here reads, Arthur Hayes says central banks about to catapult Bitcoin and alts to new heights. Here's why, family. BitMEX co-founder Arthur Hayes says that a shift in policy from the central banks is about to boost the crypto assets into a new bullish phase. In a new essay, Hayes, now the CIO of crypto investment fund Maelstrom, he notes that both the Bank of Canada and the European Central Bank have decided to lower their interest rates. Hayes says the moves by Europe and Canada suggest that a global shift in looser monetary policy may be underway and could therefore signal a bump in risk assets once the Fed is in and the U.S. follows suit. Quoting them here, the June central banking fireworks kicked off this week by the BOC and ECB rate cuts will catapult crypto out of the northern hemispheric summer doldrums. This was not my expected base case. I thought the fireworks would start in August, right around when the Fed hosts its Jackson Hole Symposium. That is typically the venue where abrupt policy changes are announced going into autumn. The trend? Clear. Central banks at the margin are starting easing cycles, and it shows you here the breadth of the central bank rate changes. Now, according to Hayes, the new chapter monetary policy means it's time to go long Bitcoin and subsequently on the ish coins. Quoting the crypto veteran, the macro landscape has changed versus my baseline. Therefore, my strategy shall change as well. For the Maelstrom portfolio projects who ask for my opinion on whether to launch their tokens now or later, I say, let's freaking go. For my excess liquid crypto synthetic dollar cash, aka Athena's USD, that's earning some fat APYs. It is time to deploy it again on conviction-ish coins, and of course, I'll tell readers what those are after I have purchased them. But suffice it to say, the crypto bull is reawakening, and it's about to gore the hides of prolificate central bankers. So there you have it, crypto fam. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Just Blaze, Arthur Hayes, and let's freaking go. With that being shared, welcome Diana Jones. Good to see ya. There goes Fiat, yo, go, go, Godzilla, go. Let's go. Bro, you're the only streamer that gives me a shout out every single time. Appreciate it, broski. Well, shout out to Warren McCarty. Not only do I shout you out, I also always sing a Warren G song for you. So it's because you're special, brother. We appreciate everyone, because without you guys, we wouldn't have the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. That is a fact. You know what I mean? Blaze the haze, the purple haze, just saying. X marks the spot. I buy spot. Long isn't wrong for who it is for. But I like the sign. X marks the spot. Amen to that, Chandy. X sure does mark the spot. That's a given.
More than 5 shots in your shack, then get it on. Had the people on my back to get a song. Red broke, have a toke, we smoked them like a bong.
Boom. Hits from that hopium bong. So delicious. Fiat equals Shiat. That is so true, Devon, because it's backed by nothing. In fact, I finally watched myself that Nayib Bukele interview with Tucker Carlson. I know I'm a week late to the party, fam, but it was fantastic. I watched it last night. Really had my mind racing. Just what is possible, right? When you have a non-corrupt government that puts their people first. And what they have been able to do in El Salvador is unprecedented. Never happened before. And they cleaned up El Salvador, turning it from the most dangerous country in the world to amongst the safest within such a short time span. That gives us hope that can be done by any government around the world because they have such little financial resources and they accomplished it. So according to Bukele, if that's what the governments in other countries wanted, a safe environment without so much violence, it's totally doable, but it's not on their agenda. And that's pretty sad. But anyways, it was a very eye-awakening interview between Tucker and Bukele. If you haven't had the chance to watch it, I highly, highly, highly encourage you to watch it. And I actually reposted it today from Tucker's feed on X. So if you're following me on X, my username, cryptonewsalerts, be sure to check it out. And if you want to repost it as well, feel free to do so. It's that good. Highly, highly encourage you guys to watch it, family. I'm going to read more comments here. Yeah, yo. Greg says the inflows into the Bitcoin ETFs do not hit the books immediately. They have to clear through an AP, authorized participant. So it's a 2 to 3 day delay before any reaction. Appreciate the insights. That is true. Are you watching the NBA Finals? Is Game 2 tonight? I believe the Celtics won Game 1. I'm rooting for the Mavs because I like Kyrie Irving. Penalize your bank today. Right on, John. You've earned the #1 spot. Thank you, Grant. Appreciate it, brother. Fiat depends on from what country, but it will equal different grades of toilet paper. There you go. Some are Bounty. Is Bounty even a toilet paper? I'm thinking, what's it called? Paper towel. Charmin. I know that's a toilet paper. Fiat, exactly. People who use fiat currency as a store of value. What do we call them, folks? I mean, that's a great question, Molly. I thought you would never ask. Take it away, Mikey.
Most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
People.
What do we call them, folks? Great Tucker interview. I hope Trump was watching and be like Bukele. Amen. I was thinking the same. I said all the world leaders need to be watching and taking notes, and I think they are. Hence, you had Trump's son at his inauguration, Trump Jr., so you already know, fam.
That use fiat currency.
I disagree. I don't think Bukele is a dictator whatsoever. I think it's the complete polar opposite.
As a store of value.
If I had enough money to have a charity of my own, I'd travel to India and find untouchables and teach them one at a time about Bitcoin, set them up with ownership of some, and move on to the next. More power to you there, Chandy. Kobe, number 24. Rest in peace, Kobe.
Call them poor. We call them poor.
Blaze Star was an American stripper with the Star. She was also known for her affair with the Louisiana governor, Earl Kemp Long. Well, thanks for the information there, Bob. That's very insightful. It is going up forever, Laura. They not like us. That's right. They not like us. And it is going up forever. Agreed.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Facts. Voltaire, French philosopher, circa 1720. All fiat always and eventually returns to its intrinsic value, 0. Well said, Greg. Great quote. Excellent. Fixator, Unimatrix. Anyways, fam, next story of the day, we still got a lot to share, a lot of news for you. The DeFi market is booming right now. According to the headline, DeFi total value lock blast off to 192 milli, records best performance in the past 15 months, according to DApp Radar. That's right. New data from market intelligence firm DApp Radar revealed that the total value lock within the DeFi sector has skyrocketed to the highest level in the past 15 months. How many of you are bullish on DeFi? Holla. In a new blog post, DappRadar notes the DeFi's TVL reached 192 billion, a 17% rise from the previous month and the very best it has registered since February of 2022. The TVL refers to the amount of capital deposited within the protocol's smart contracts and is often used to gauge the health of a crypto ecosystem. According to the crypto analytics firm, the majority of the growth was driven by an increase in token prices, particularly those of smart contract platforms Ether and Solana. Quoting them here, Ethereum holds the bigger portion of the whole DeFi's TVL, and this month its dominance is at 68%, followed by Solana, which in the past months has been propelled by meme coin trading and the DeFi activity on its network. Moreover, the native SOL token, Solana, has surged by 11% in the past 30 days. And here you can see the DeFi total value locked as per quarter. Quarter 2 2023 at 77 billion. Quarter 3 was 71.9 billion. Then quarter 4 of last year was 103 billion. Now already in quarter 1 of this year, 175 billion, virtually doubling from the previous quarter. Now DappRadar goes on to note the Bitcoin's layer 2 solution Merlin chain also greatly contributed in May, becoming the crypto king's largest side chain, dwarfing the Lightning Network. Quoting the report, the narrative around layer 2 networks continues to be strong, but the real top performer this month has been Merlin. It has become the largest Bitcoin side chain and more than 3 times as large as the payments focused Lightning Network. And more than half of Merlin's $1 billion is held on the SOLV Finance, a protocol that allows users to deposit wrapped Bitcoin to receive SOLV points in return. And it shows you here the total value locked of the top blockchains, 130 billion within Ethereum, 10.9 billion Solana, 8.5 billion Tron, almost 8.5 billion BNB, Arbitrum, 4.5 billion, Blast, 2.6 billion, Base, 2 billion, Avalanche, 1.5 billion, Polygon, 1.3 billion, and Merlin, almost $1.2 billion, up 122%. So yeah, Merl is currently trading at roughly 41 cents at this time, with a 10% decrease during the past 24 hours. So let me know your thoughts on decentralized finance. How many of you are believers in DeFi, bullish on DeFi? Holla. And back to the chat, fam. Welcome, Tim Snyder. What it do? Sav, if Trump was a joke, I'd be laughing all the way to the bank while he was in office, says Don George. Now, I heard Trump surpass 400 or 500 million worth of donations. Can I get an update on that number? I know we surpassed 400 million the other day, so I would guesstimate we're probably close to $500 million since his eviction. I also got word that it was leaked that he was going to be guilty the day before the actual verdict was announced. Someone from the panel, I guess, within there shared it with their brother, and they leaked it on Facebook, so they're calling it could be a mistrial, which is also interesting. I guess someone in the jury. Great show, says Diana Jones. This is the only warning in this chat. If you FUD in the chat, you will be gone. And mark my words, the mods do not play. They love to whack a troll. You know what I mean? And we even will play the Kendrick track if we get a troll whacked. It's just the way it is. That's life, baby. Not centralized, only decentralized. Amen. DeFi for the win. 537 million Trump is up to. What is that? 1 week? In 1 week, over $500 million, my apologies, in donations. That's mind-boggling, yo. Mo Ken, what it do, brother? What up, JV? Mo in the house. I appreciate you, brother. Welcome to the stream. They will come to you for info on Bitcoin after it's 85,000. We call them poor. Well, that's what Mikey Saylor calls them.
People that use fiat.
Shout out, Lady Jojo. What it do, yo? What up, JV? Good to see you, brother. I can only hope El Salvador's neighboring countries will follow the lead. Nicaragua, Guatemala, Honduras, Costa Rica, Central America. Let's go. Yeah, yo. I hope the same. And his thinking was this. First and foremost, the only focus when he became president, first and foremost, was cleaning up the violence so that could be a safe place, so that everyone could have their individual rights. Because a kid couldn't go to the park without, potentially being unalived. So that was the core focus. And it just goes to show you, if any government had that same focus to make their country and cities safe, they can actually do it. If that was their true intention. That's one of the eye-opening things I learned from the interview with Tucker and Bukele. And again, I highly recommend you guys watch it. It's really good. I'm actually going to watch it again. Mods were badasses. Go mods. Don't mess with them. This is your warning. Tell them, Chandy. 63 more banks in trouble, about to turn insolvent. You got that right, Grant. We've covered that story a few days ago. Bitcoin is going to add zeros. Does what it does best. Amen to that. Go vote. Like live at the rep main party, then they can't mess with the courts, says Lady Jojo. Fiat needs interest, which is in conflict with heaven rules. Hence, Bitcoin is heaven's money. Bitcoin is God hacking humanity. That's a quote from Max Keiser I really like. Watching from Scotland, shout out David Dune. Appreciate you, brother. There must be levels of FUD I haven't discovered yet. Yeah, there's infinite levels of FUD. That's for sure. As the money printer continue to go, brrr, boom. Watching. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys. Bitcoin to 6 zeros. Send it. 6 figures. It's an incoming.
Oh yeah, we heard Kramer report that. Thank you. He said, we bought more bags, till we got a sword back.
Let's go. I'm a poll watcher. I get to watch them count the votes after the polls are closed. Oh, wow. Wow. And volunteer. Don't let them cheat. Good for you. We got to hold them accountable. Unfortunately, that was another one of the topics is we have a very corrupt voting system here, at least in the United States. You know what I mean? Heavenly, no. Celestial, yes. Well, there you go. Heavenly, celestial, and all the above, eh? Anyways, fam, if you're just joining the stream, please repost this, smash the like, spread the word, let them know we're live. Let's see if we can pump this price to 70,000 before the end of the live stream as we continue with the news. We just discussed the 192 million record inflows in DeFi over the past 15 months. Now here's the latest with Mr. Trump. The headline reads, Donald Trump refers to himself as the crypto president and bid for donations from the digital asset sector. And again, he's already surpassed over $500 million worth of donations since his conviction. Here you go. Former President Trump continues to bill himself as the crypto-friendly candidate in a bid to secure donations from the digital asset sector. Now, we also have Trevor Traina, the tech exec, tells Reuters that Trump said he would be the crypto president at a recent San Francisco fundraiser. They previously served as the U.S. ambassador, this Traina, to Austria during the Trump administration. The former president previously expressed hostility towards the digital asset sector. In fact, May of 2018, while serving in the Oval Office, he reportedly directed then Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin to go after Bitcoin for fraud. Down with Mnuchin and anyone thinking Bitcoin is fraud, but we must not forget that he did once say that. And he also said he wasn't a fan of Bitcoin because it undermines the value of the US dollar. And that's pretty verbatim. I remember that speech that he gave. Now, 3 years later, Trump said in an interview that he owns zero cryptocurrencies, arguing that digital assets were a disaster waiting to happen. Now, the former president, however, spent the past couple of years warming up to the sector in a bit of to differentiate himself from the Biden administration, which some crypto stakeholders view as hostile towards digital assets. Well, you can say that again. Biden, Senator Warren, and Gary Gensler are all enemies of Bitcoin. It couldn't be any more clear. We all know that, right? And in December of 2022, Trump then launched a collection of NFTs on the Ethereum-based platform OpenSea. Then weeks after, formally announced his intention to run for the 2024 presidential election. A financial disclosure filed with the Office of Government Ethics last year indicated that the former president owned a crypto wallet with holdings valued somewhere between $250,000 and $500,000. And last month, Trump declared to a group of supporters who bought his NFTs that he is fine with digital assets. And a few weeks later, his campaign announced it would accept crypto donations for the 2024 elections. And in fact, Miss Andrew Tate, recently donated $200,000 to Trump, and people have been supporting him like crazy since his eviction. So something I learned through all of this, people hate injustices, and they will do anything to support those who are being treated unjust by the corrupt matrix, which is clearly cracking, if you know what I mean. So let me know your thoughts on Trump being pro-crypto. Another thing he said in his more recent speech, he said he is going to protect the right of the 50 million Bitcoiners in the United States and their right to self-custody. And he also said he promised to free, aka pardon, Ross Ulbricht, his first day on the job. As you know, Ross Ulbricht is the founder of the Silk Road. He got 2 life consecutive sentences, and I think he has been serving prison time for the past 11 years. So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts on Trump. This is clearly going to be a Bitcoin and crypto focused election, as it should be, and it's a beautiful thing. Shout out Kenneth. Appreciate you subbing to the #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. I have several wallets, could not make a donation, says J Dogs. Watch out, Trump train to the moon. Train goes off the rails and flies right past the moon. The moon will be the gas refill stop to the final destination. JC says, I bought ETH just to donate to Trump. Right on. They call me Mr. Steal Yo Chipotle off the mobile order rack. Is that what they call you, Bobby? I decided that for the next year, everybody is getting a copy of the book for birthdays and Christmas. Which book you referring to there, Barek? Let me know. Yeah, it only wanted ETH. So you're referring to Trump's campaign accepts ETH. I think they're accepting all the major cryptos now. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if someone wanted to donate right now to Trump using Bitcoin, I'm pretty sure there must be a way. 34 felonies is a bucking joke, says the Vaughn. It is pretty hilarious. Bitcoin is in a very solid megaphone channel these past 37-ish days. It is a target 100,000 or about on July 19th. 100 G's, I am so ready. 100 G's. Let's go. It's time. Governments, countries, and companies are all buying Bitcoin now. There won't be enough left for us normies soon to even buy $100 worth. Good point, Lady Jojo. We even have states buying Bitcoin as a reserve asset now. We've been discussing this week as well. 385 on X for the win. We got close to 300 also on YouTube. We appreciate all the support, family. So shout out to the X fam, X clan. Please repost. We appreciate it. Would not let us use other crypto. That's interesting. So right now, even if you wanted to donate to Trump, you need Ether. Hey, is that factual? Let me know. Just want to clear that up. Hashtag FJB, says Darth Melda. JCI says hashtag FJB. I'm going to say hashtag FJB. If anyone else wants to express yourself, hashtag FJB, feel free. FJB. There you go, Darren. Luck it. Love it. Evangelista. Right on.
Can't short your dork, we can't afford that.
No shorting around these parks.
Wait for the pump to come, we should have bought that. Crypto to zero, they really thought that. Again.
I like that one too. Hashtag FGG. Mr. Chairman of the SEC, Mr. Enemy of Bitcoin. Facts. There you go, Devon. FJB and FGG. Amen to that. Let's also throw a little Jamie Dimon in there. How about a hashtag FJD? Trump campaign took Bitcoin the other day when I went to visit. Right on. Let's go, Brandon. Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. Poopy pants. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. Poopy pants. That's him. I heard he has a campaign wallet that has multiple types of coins in it. He's getting a lot of the donations from all the types of crypto enthusiasts. I'll find out more. Right on, Essential. Yeah, I would imagine he accepts everything, because to not accept one particular crypto just means anyone holding that crypto is not allowed to donate it unless they exchange it. You know how people are exchanging crypto with the fees and stuff. It's not convenient. I wouldn't call it a megaphone. I would call it a major bull flag. Throw in a huge cup and handle from November of 2021. There we go. FJD, Jamie Dimon. Jamie Dimon. Now we're talking. And speaking of the Jamie Dimon himself, take it away, Jamie.
Bitcoin, etc. You pointed out the only true use case for it is criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance.
This is true, yo. It says otherwise, but it would only bring up the ETH wallet for Coinbase. That is interesting. FJD, yes. Thanks for the amazing content, JV. My pleasure, Molly. We're just getting started in this piece.
Criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance.
The largest corporate fine at the time. Dr. Phil interview with Trump was quite good. He asked about China buying land around the U.S. bases and farmlands. Ooh, that's interesting. Was that a brand new interview? I didn't see that one yet, Goldsberry. Also, yeah, can we get a hashtag F Dr. F, please? We all know who Dr. F is. 100% with you on that one. F them all. Throw them to the lion's den. I bought ETH just to donate. Can't give up my biddies. Smart move. Biden reminds me of the old gray man singers on The Simpsons. That's classic, yo. That's classic.
You can call me 3AC because I'm blowing it up. Short squeeze, more please, yeah, it's going to pump.
Anyways, fam, I still got more news to share with you guys. Let's discuss the Godzilla candle, aka Big Pump, from Samson Mao, and then we'll be discussing the latest from Max Keiser, predicting Bitcoin skyrocketing to $123 million per coin, and then we'll do our live Q&A. First and foremost, shout out to Samson Mao. So let's break this down. The popular Bitcoin supporter Samson has revealed what might be the next trigger for the price of Bitcoin as the crypto continues to trade just below its all-time high. That's right, it's probably still within 5% from that all-time high. The Bitcoin maximalists and recently identified a Godzilla candle potentially forming on the Bitcoin price chart, which undoubtedly would send the crypto surging to new highs. His catalyst for the bullish projection, surprisingly, is GameStop adding Bitcoin to its treasury, which we have been discussing the past couple of days, because GME has a massive amount of capital. And if they were to pull a Mikey Saylor like MicroStrategy and put it on the balance sheet, they may be able to become the next MicroStrategy, yo. So Samson wrote here, the double bullish thesis is GameStop adds Bitcoin to its corporate treasury. Both GameStop and Bitcoin will see Godzilla candles immediately. If you'd like to see a Godzilla candle, let me know, yo. And we also had Marty, who shared there was potentially $5 billion from GameStop, what it would mean if we were to put the Bitcoin on their particular balance sheet. You already know, game on. Bitcoin is no stranger to price surges stemming from institutional adoption from big traditional companies. With Bitcoin adoption increasing and more mainstream interest in crypto, several factors could drive the price of Bitcoin sky high and lead to that Godzilla candle rally. Let's go. And according to Mao, adoption by retail gaming retailer GameStop is the next on the list of these factors. Let me know if you agree. GameStop is also not a stranger to the interesting market movement. A short squeeze all the way back in January of 2021 saw the company's shares surging over 30 times by the end of that month. Like, whoa. And big players like MicroStrategy, Tesla, and Square have already put Bitcoin on their balance sheets. GameStop is already part of an extensive list of companies accepting payments in Bitcoin. However, Mao believes that a better effect would be felt if GameStop were to announce they're adding Bitcoin to their corporate treasury. I think they'd get mad support from the Bitcoin community. You already see how many people are supporting Roaring Kitty, for Christ's sake. He did a live stream with over 650,000 live concurrent viewers. I was on it. That was like 2 days ago. So it'd be mind-boggling, yo, if everyone got behind GameStop with Bitcoin on the balance sheet. Let that one sink in. So as a popular stock amongst younger investors, GameStop has the potential to introduce crypto to a huge new audience, which can send Bitcoin prices a surgeon. And according to his tweet on X, Mao believes the bullish projection goes both ways. If GameStop were to invest in Bitcoin, both GME and BTC will see Godzilla candles immediately. Mao said this was probably made in reference to the recent decline in GameStop shares after the company's financial reports revealed a $32 million loss in the first quarter of this year. This revelation saw the company's share price falling over 39% on Friday. It was actually ironic because Roaring Kitty did the stream in anticipation of having $1 billion in unrealized profits, but unfortunately for him, GameStop had the opposite effect and it actually dumped, and his position was down 300 million during the live stream. But don't get it twisted, he's still up hundreds of millions. I'm just saying the market went down instead of up when he was anticipating it going up during the live stream. Now, so you already know, family, GameStop's bullish Bitcoin thesis was also recently reiterated by Anthony Scaramucci, which I covered on yesterday's podcast. Overall, while the Godzilla candle would likely lead to the short-term volatility, it paves the way for Bitcoin to reach a new plateau of stability at a higher price level above its current all-time high. So there you have it, yo. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Samson Mao, and can you foresee a Godzilla candle incoming? And do you think that GameStop may adopt Bitcoin and put it on the balance sheet? That'd be a massive play. And again, I think they'd just get so much support, it'd be game on. And that would potentially set them up to be the next MicroStrategy. Let me know your thoughts, family. Family friendly, save it for the Rumble. King Kong candles. Let's go. Omega candles, God candles, Moses candles, Allah candles, Buddha candles, Godzilla candles, King Kong candles, Mario Brother candles. What am I missing? My song sounds like Anti-Kitty, but it was just fun for the Nipsey. I watched the movie and actually am impressed. I don't take that song wrong, fam. It really had nothing to do with him or all that. I actually love the lyrics in that song because you're right. Who cares about a roaring kitty when we got Nipsey? It's just fact. I managed to sell and buy this dip on some alts for once. Good for you, brother. I was like on my own algorithm. Vote with your treasure. Ooh, I got your candle. The intro to Roaring Kitty channel is so funny. Hodl my candle. There goes Tokyo. No, go. Godzilla. Yeah. That's Roar Kitty guy on the live feed. That was funny. It was funny. He came out with like the sling. How many of you were on the stream? He had band-aids like all over himself, and he was actually sipping on a brew. Hey, cheers. It was actually quite hilarious. Hope GameStop would not, as many Wall Street big dogs would not appreciate it. Well, the beauty with GameStop, it represents the little guy. For the first time, I've never seen a little guy potentially clear $1 billion on unrealized profits by going against the big guy. That's unprecedented as well. If I was to speculate, I think the regulators are going to go after him for market manipulation because that's what they do. They don't like seeing the small guy winning. So keep that in mind, family. Bitcoin also represents the small guy, just FYI. Bitcoin separates money from state. You got to keep that in mind, yo. And hence why we have so many enemies of Bitcoin, such as the obvious regulators and so forth. But if you can't beat them, join them. And that's where we're at now. Wall Street has joined forces with the biddies. Same with BlackRock and all the large asset managers. I heard BlackRock now has like 400,000 Bitcoin, which is mind-boggling. It's roughly 5% of the circulating supply collectively between BlackRock and the rest of the larger asset managers over here in the States since they went live on January 11th. So they're the largest corporate company that is actually holding Bitcoin right now, way surpassed MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is probably like close to 220 or 230,000 Bitcoin. I mean, y'all remember teeny little super guy from Sesame Street? That was my favorite man. I still look up for the old clips. I got to see what you're referencing. What about the candle? What's the candle, yo? Enlighten me. People like Max Keiser said last year, he said Bitcoin will go to 300,000 because most people's money should not give him lip service if you love crypto, says Maddie Hall. Bot says market manipulation, says Drain the Swamp 53. Roaring Kitty nailed it his first time. I do not know about a second time. Ask Devon. Right on, yo. Welcome everyone joining the stream. Pump the likes, pump the stream. If you're watching on X, please hit the repost. Greatly appreciated. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day and discuss some bullishness with you. The latest from the high priest of Bitcoin, the one and only Max Keiser. But I want to read comments for a few more moments here. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the chat. And when I'm done with our feature story of the day, we'll do some live Q&A as we do each and every day. You know what I mean? They have accumulated over 1 million of the biddies. So far, BlackRock and Fidelity. That's mind-boggling, yo. 1 million biddies is 5% of the Bitcoin circulating supply. And they did it in 5 months. Let it sink in. Larry Pedro from Dothan, Alabama, my man. Shout out, Larry, yo. I can imagine that the Bitcoin price will go up overnight. Send it. Teeny little super guy lived in glasses as an image, but somehow moved the glasses while he sung. I was thinking of him because of something you said before. It was relevant in my mind. Right on. They not like us. They can't go after Kitty. Gary would get a bigger lawsuit than Kitty's unrealized profit. Ha ha. He has done less than Jim Lamer. Yes, of course. They allow Jim Cramer to give his awful financial predictions to mislead the public into getting the worst positions. Didn't Jim Cramer, before Bitcoin soared 300%, say to dump it? That's Jim Cramer. That's why we inverse Cramer. Max Keiser costs people money. Sorry, English is not your... No, I think Max Keiser has helped more people become millionaires in Bitcoin than any other influencer. No cap. He's been telling us about Bitcoin since 2011. So you only need to be right once. And he was right when Bitcoin was $1. And you can't take that away from him. You can be the biggest Max Keiser hater. Just saying. Nobody can take that away from him. Him and Stacy were promoting Bitcoin when it was $1. In 2011, the proof is in the Keiser report. I play the clip. I'll play the clip right now. I got it right here. Check it. 2011. Let it sink in.
Bitcoin top 100 rich list from 3rd of June 2011. Here's a little video I made of the top 100. As you can see, it's they're all anonymous.
This is fantastic. This is the new Forbes fortune list, isn't it? These are the Bitcoin fortunes.
Bitcoin fortunes, 2011, fam. Receipts. I got you.
And notice, yes, all numbers. It's pure anonymous. And this is the biggest story of this decade.
Biggest story of this decade.
Going forward is the transition from the old way of doing business around the world to the Bitcoin way of doing business, which is purely anonymous. And this is the great achievement of the global insurrection against banker occupation.
Preach!
Bitcoin is the currency of the resistance.
Bitcoin is the currency of the resistance. Facts. 2011. Max and Stacy via the Keiser report. That's the receipts for you there, family. Cramer said to sell Bitcoin at 16K. Yeah, because Jim Cramer is lame. And if you listen to him, you deserve what you get. If you can't see through the BS of that guy, there's no saving you in the world of finance. I'm sorry. It's bubbling away. Get ready. This month's lots of movements. Got me thinking. Jim Cramer has a big what warning before his show starts that none of anything he says is financial advice. The funniest thing I've ever heard. God Candle, send it. Influencer, try the CME Bitcoin futures desk opened 10 December 2017. Took 2 years for Bitcoin to recover. Why? They made shorting popular. They told 9 billion in Bitcoin to this day. That's what they hold. Good to know. Bitcoin is thy revolution. Amen. Respect. Anyways, fam. Now for our featured story of the day. Max Keiser was recently interviewed over in El Salvador, and he made some very bullish predictions, and I actually transcribed one of those recent interviews. I want to read with you what he had to share. I just made this tweet this morning. It's already getting a lot of love, so I appreciate it. This is what Max Keiser had to say. So how big is the global market? It's like $400 trillion, and that's conservative. So what if Bitcoin gets 1% of that market? Again, that's conservative. Well, then it's 1 million per coin, 2 million, 3 million per Bitcoin. And I think a couple of things we're going to see happening. And he continues. People will no longer accept fiat money for Bitcoin. Get ready for that, fam. So you're going to try to buy Bitcoin with your fiat money, and no one will take your fiat money. No one will take dollars at all. So that will be the moment of panic. You have no choice because the fiat money world and everything that's not Bitcoin is going to zero against Bitcoin. So if you're not in Bitcoin, whatever you're in is going to zero against Bitcoin. Obviously, that includes precious metals like gold and silver. That includes all fiat currencies, which will all return to their true intrinsic value, which is zero. That also includes real estate and all other forms of assets. You know what I mean? Now, some other things that he shared in previous interviews, which I have transcribed and shared as well here on my X, he wrote, the total addressable market for Bitcoin would be 400 trillion. That's the total sum of global financialized world. Bitcoin will eat that essentially. So we are going to see a lot higher prices, 1 million to 2 million per Bitcoin. Send it. Now, he also wrote, this neatly describes the speculative attack that Saylor and Bukele are making against the US dollar and all fiat money using Bitcoin that moves 300 trillion of purchasing power into Bitcoin. That's a 150x move from here. 70,000 an example to 10.5 million per BTC. So this is one of his more bullish predictions of him ultimately saying Bitcoin is heading towards $10.5 million per coin. and I'll actually read this and dive a little deeper with you. But as that's loading, I'll just skip ahead to the next one. He also said, all fiat money and gold eventually goes to effectively zero against Bitcoin because it's demonetizing gold. The same way gold demonetized silver, Bitcoin will be demonetizing gold. So sure, gold will maybe go to 2, 3, 4,000 an ounce, but we're talking about Bitcoin eventually going to $5 to $10 million per coin. So your purchasing power in gold terms is almost basically nothing compared to what's happening in Bitcoin. Preach! And this was when he actually was more recently on the Alex Jones show predicting the latest Bitcoin trends. It was actually pretty lit. I highly encourage you guys to listen to this interview with Max and Alex. I got 127,000 views when I shared it over on X. Now, also, he made a prediction here of 5 million per coin he believes is the fair market value for Bitcoin. As he shares here, I chatted with legendary Howard Lutnick, in which you can see a picture with them together. His recent affirmation that Cantor Fitzgerald manages Tether's $97 billion treasury port blew minds away at Davos and CNBC. He is a classic Wall Street BSD who, as one of 24 primary dealers, occupies the nexus of the multi-trillion-dollar USD universe. I gave him my pitch, actually, False Greg's pitch. And Bitcoin is incredibly cheap, CDS, on an imploding global fiat money world. And how 5 million per coin is the fair market value for Bitcoin. His response was a mixture of horror and excitement. Remember my credo, no billionaire left behind. And here's Cantor Fitzgerald with Nayib Bukele, in which Max introduced them. Now, I have another bullish prediction, but this one's from none other than Mikey Saylor. He shared when he was being interviewed by Patrick Bet-David on his podcast, Bitcoin is on a path to be worth $100 million per coin, which means that the US dollar will have lost 99.9% of its value over 100 years. Warren Buffett knows this. Charlie Munger, back when he was alive, knows this. Preach! And that's coming directly from Mike Saylor. But back to this here. MicroStrategy's infinite money glitch in Citigroup. Check it. I have heard a lot of crypto bros say Michael Saylor found an infinite money glitch, talking about 0.875% loans, which are used to buy Bitcoin. I wanted to look into this because it made no sense to have such a generous loan considering the risks involved in the strategy. Turns out it's not really free money. The Citigroup loans are collateralized, and Bitcoin are the actually convertibles with 0.43 shares per $1,000 of par redeemable at 2,200. Now, I also found out that they hold calls on MicroStrategy. So here's the business model. Citigroup lends cheap loans to MicroStrategy, which buys Bitcoin, hypes it up. The prices of both Bitcoins and MicroStrategy go up. Citigroup's call pays off. More cheap loans. And I'll continue here. Buy Bitcoin, price goes up, yada, yada, yada. I don't know how much of that legality of this, but it just seems really fishy. Michael Saylor was CEO in 2000 when the company was accused of fraudulent reporting over the previous years. This led the stock to a fall. And if you think he has changed, he was caught for committing tax fraud. Well, just FYI, I want to clear this misunderstanding up. He actually has settled with the IRS for that alleged tax fraud. So that's all been handled. So it is what it is. But anyways, back to what Max said. This neatly describes the speculative attack that Saylor and Bukele are making against the dollar. All fiat money using Bitcoin, it moves 300 trillion of purchasing power into Bitcoin is 150x move from here. 70,000 an example to 10.5 million per Bitcoin. So there you have it. Crypto fam. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser. Do you agree that Bitcoin is destined for 1, 2, 3, even as much as 10.5 million per Bitcoin, or as high as 100 million per Bitcoin? As Mikey Saylor says, let me know your thoughts, family. I'm going to read as many of your comments out loud as I can. Shit out Ricky T. I want to buy Bitcoin, but I can't hold it. So how do I own it? Why can't you hold it? Enlighten me. Everyone can hold Bitcoin. You hold it in a private wallet. Don't forget, MicroStrategy buys their Bitcoin on 2x leverage. Their dollar cost average over the past 3 years is 40,000. Right on. Bitcoin up forever, just like Wu-Tang. Bitcoin's going up forever, Laura. Shout out to the old dirty bastard. Rest in peace, brother. I agree, JV, says Larry Pedro. Right on. And don't forget about the poll in the live chat, family. Let me know when you feel Bitcoin is going to smash all-time highs, re-entering price discovery. I greatly appreciate that. We just discussed Max Keiser's bullish 3 million price prediction. Let me know when you feel this will turn into fruition. And I'm going to read your comments out loud. I just ended the poll. Let's read some of the results we got here, family. It shows us 27% of you voted between June 16th and the 30th, which means upcoming here soon. Bitcoin hits all-time high. We had 250 votes. We appreciate that. Another one has been iced. Shout out to the ice, baby. We appreciate it, JC. Internet outage is what I'm afraid of. I like to leverage. Teach me more. Well, even if there was an internet outage, it's not going to affect properly self-custodied Bitcoin, family. So you want to get yourself a cold storage device and stack those biddies accordingly. Max is right, and I just love to know who informed him early. That's a great question, yo. There are projects related to the concept of mining Bitcoin in the space. How much is 2,000 pounds of gold worth? I don't know. All I know is an ounce of gold is probably close to 2,000 right now. Gold is actually down this week. New all-time high on Monday. Send it, Knoxville. Let's go. 1 hour in Paris or London would be okay. So, Steven, Bitcoin since inception, bummer, it's up. Only like 650 million %. That's it. Bitcoin's only up 650 million %. Oh, shucks. That's crazy, bro. Where it's going from here? Infinity and beyond, where no man has gone before. A candle is the candle that all the other candles look up to. Candles are like people to me. Moon cat. That's why you're the moon cat, bro. No words. Crypto will be the new money as we are not taking gold and silver into space. So heavy. Right on. Bitcoin is thy future. Fiat is thy past. If you want to live in the past, keep stacking fiat, because those who say fiat as the store of value, we have a name for those folks.
Currency. We call them poor. We call them poor.
You feel me? Who orange pilled Max? No, that is a good question. I don't know. That's a good question for Max. I wish I did, but unfortunately. 7 consecutive daily God candles equals 1 weekly candle. Max Keiser is a visionary. Facts. Gold 29, Bitcoin 69. JB friendly Macron lost the elections today in the EU. Now new elections in France in due time. 1 metric ton of gold equals 67 milli. A band of candles. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Rest in peace, Old Dirty. Bitcoin prescribing orange pill hits for the fam. That's how we do around here, yo. I love it, says Ricky. You got it right, Knoxville and Devon. We call them
poor. We call them poor.
Love the horns. Love the horns. 56 million for 2,000 pounds of gold. Now, who the hell would want 2,000 pounds of gold? Nobody. Maybe if you're a central bank and you have like an underground bunker / vault, no human being can travel around with 2,000 pounds of gold. Mark my words. Good luck shipping your ton of gold anywhere. Yeah, good luck trying to take it with you to a different territory on an airplane. It's impossible. You would probably need a private plane, and I don't even know how much weight those planes can hold. So you're probably ish out of luck. Long-term hodl gang, let's go. Shout out free to me. And I appreciate everyone tuned in. Welcome to the Q&A segment of the live show. If you're watching the stream live right now, please repost this on X and smash the likes over on YouTube. And if you want to interact in the chat, I encourage you to visit the YouTube channel at cryptonewsalerts.net and let's get it. Try to remember that silver and gold weight is hard to carry around, not to mention where to hide it. Bitcoin is very light and easy to travel with. Yeah, it's virtual. You can remember your recovery seed in your brain, and nobody can tell you anything, and no one can ever confiscate it. They can confiscate your gold bars. Facts. They've done it before. The Gold Seizure Act of 1933, fam. Doctor, give me the news. JV spits Bitcoin news the truth. Tell them. How the frick will you move 2,000 pounds of gold? Yeah, that'll get confiscated faster than you could snap your fingers twice and blink your eye. Just saying. Jesus turned that money table over. Facts. I would melt 2,000 pounds of gold and make one big giant candle holder. Bitcoin to add zeros, 1,435 sats to the dollar. Should be a bargain. 20 mule team. Transport the gold by ship. And then it sinks. Precisely. Titanic 2.0, yo. They can confiscate your life. Precisely. 1970s. What about the 70s, yo? What about the 70s?
It's red panty night when you sanctify me, eh? Back at home with your wife. It's a celebration.
It's a celebration. And you know what? We're only 300 away from 70 G's. So take it away, 70 G theme music.
70. It's heavenly. 70 G's, baby. Bitcoin is no maybe, baby. 70 G's.
70 G's, baby. Let's go. DCA what you can, my friend. You know the name of the game. Disco, eh? Bitcoin about a rocket ship to the moon. Damn straight. Bitcoin is on the cusp of achieving price discovery, escape velocity, 6-figure price action, 7-figure price action, 8-figure price action. How high you want to go with me? 9-figure price action as per Mikey Saylor. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on that? That interview he did with Patrick Bet-David. Let me know. Calling me a dog will leave the dog alone because nothing can stop me from burying my bone in the backyard of someone else's house. Old dirt dog, but I'm not dogged out. Whoa. Man, that's a classic. Can I add something I seen the other day? Average monetary system only lasts 250 years. Whoa, we're at 248. Give us another 2 years. Gone. Sorry, dollar. Begging wife to cancel the vacay this summer. Need to stack in a few months. Vacay is going to hurt it when it rips. That's right. You got to stack accordingly, bro. 70 G's, baby. What do you think they tried to do with the jab? They try to steal your life. If they do that, they'll do anything. Exactly. So it'd be very ignorant to think they can't confiscate your wealth. Be extremely ignorant. In fact, in the same interview where we were just discussing Max Keiser's 3 million price prediction, he says that the Bitcoin ETF is a honeypot for the U.S. government to seize that Bitcoin. So if you guys trust BlackRock and the U.S. government, so be it. Give up your biddies or hold your biddies in an ETF. But also note the flip side. That can easily and effortlessly be confiscated. All Sleepy Poopy Pants Joe would have to do is come up with an executive order that we need to confiscate all the Bitcoin ETF. It's in our best interest. What's the term? They would probably say it's a... Man, my mind kind of went blank, but it's in our best national interest to do so. It's a security risk if we didn't, to protect the dollar. And don't think they wouldn't do that. They absolutely can, and they may do that. In fact, Max believes they will absolutely do that. So stack accordingly, fam. This is why we self-custody. We don't keep our biddies on the exchanges, and we sure as hell don't keep the biddies in the hands of anyone we don't trust. So if you don't trust BlackRock, if you don't trust government and regulators, then why would you give them your biddies? Nacho keys, nacho coins, nacho keys, nacho cheese. And I can't reiterate that enough, family. 1971, U.S. would have abandoned gold. First step of confiscation is registration. Pumping it up. 70 G's, let's go. I feel it. I think 70 G's is a coming. National security risk. That's the term I was looking for. Thank you, Stephen. They want martial law. Does Peter Schiff have 2,000 pounds of gold? No, I don't think he has any gold. If I understood him correctly, the majority of his portfolio is in foreign gold stocks. You can't make this ish up. That's the Schiffinator for you. And maybe one day the Nippinator will bite the Schiffinator if we ever see each other on the island. It's on point. BlackRock doesn't trust BlackRock. Good. Why would they? Who the F is they? Early dreams at this point, retained from exponential growth. Top 10 walks of work in a double standards, getting rich from misery. Nacho cheese. Exactly, Bone Daddy. Also prepare a sacrifice wallet. Mother F Dre, Mother F Snoop, Mother F Death Row. Here comes the left blow. Oh, easy. Rest in peace, easy. Read my comment. I got you, JC. Let's see. The only thing that you could possibly hope is that your wealth is hidden well enough that the government can't steal it. Amen. And that's correct. National emergency. That's what I was looking for, fam. Early dreams at this point. It's retained from exponential growth. Top 10 wallets are working with double standards, getting rich from the misery. BlackRock, don't trust the BlackRock. Word. JB, go over to have a stream with Peter Schiff. No, thank you. I mean, it might be entertaining. For perspective, Trump was just gifted roughly 24,000 pounds of gold in donations. No. 24,000 pounds. That's a lot. Oh, just as a metric of how much 500 million is. Yeah, that's a lot of freaking gold. 500 million. The only thing that could possibly hope is that your wealth is hidden well enough that the government can't steal it. That's the one. Great comment. That's so true. Facts. Digital gold is king. That's right. Hence why it's superior in every metric. Bitcoin has a finite limited supply, hence it's perfect money. Gold, they could always find more in the earth. All they got to do is dig for it. And they could manipulate the markets, which they do best. Hence why companies like JP Morgan Chase have paid fines upwards of 900 million plus for spoofing precious metal markets, which means market manipulation. If you think for one sec that taking self-custody of any of your assets, no matter what from it takes, is going to protect you, you better start a garden too. If you had an idea too for a coin that would stop inflation, who would team up with to make that happen other than Trump? They just need to adopt Bitcoin as a world reserve currency. That's really what they need to do. Because anything besides Bitcoin on a global stage is doomed. Because it's centralized, controlled, and it's going to have the same problems as fiat or digital fiat or CBDCs, right? You need something truly decentralized. You need something immutable that no one has any power over. Yeah, I mean, and that's only Bitcoin. There is no second best for a reason. I sent $100 to Trump last week. Matthew says June 9th to the 13th. Is that your prediction for the all-time high, brother? I don't own one bitty. Nice. I refuse to. My LLC does. I own no Bitcoin. Nipsey owns all of it. Ha! Take that, forces of evil. We the people. Trump 2024, baby. Let's freaking go. Welcome on Bitcoins for the people. What will the big banks use? The big banks can suck it. Buck the Fed and the banks. If you have money in the bank right now, remove it immediately. Only keep in the bank what you can afford to lose. Not investment advice, just the motherfrickin' truth. And by the way, Nipsey says, what up? Shout out to the Nippinator. Who needs a roaring kitty? In fact, let's play the jammy jam.
Bitcoin, 60G, 60G. Buying opportunity for fifth level sexy G's. What do you think, JV? Oh, by the biddy. Who cares about a roaring kitty? A boring kitty, not me. I'm for the big T. I'm for the Nippinator. I'm for Nipsey, not for the weirdo Kit Kat kitty cat. The kitty cat. I'm for stacking the sats. Stack the sats. Ain't no thing, baby. It's a chance to stack those sats. Chance to stack the big T's.
Stacking
baby,
them.
You never heard about me with another coin. Bitcoin. On my mind, on my Bitcoin. And my Bitcoin
on my mind. Amen. I love that track. After the dip on Friday, I have changed my prediction from June 19th to the 24th. Thank you, Bone Daddy. Ricky says facts. Devon says facts. I have the idea who would best get a hold of. Who is that? If money buys politicians, buy Trump, Bob. ATM fees should be felonies. I know, like they can't give us a free, they got to charge us $2 on every ATM or $5. Is that necessary? Unfortunately. It's crazy is what it is. JV, my stepson, says that he is going to retire. He stacked some more and said he had enough to retire at 37. Respect to the stepson, yo. Music to my ears. That's what it's all about. Orange pill the masses. Let's teach the kids. There's a better way. The Bitcoin way. The Bitcoin standard. I want something that is going to exponentially grow faster than the S&P. Amen. Buy Bitcoin. There you go. What other stream do you think? That pink chair? Oh, this is my daughter's chair, brother. on my daughter's chair. She's not a streamer. She's just a 10-year-old who goes to school and likes to chill in her papa's office whenever she can. So I just keep her chair. It should be in her room. She has her own office and desk, but nonetheless, we spend time here together. So that's why. Anyways, I heard Trump's price was $5 billion. A roaring Nipsey. I like that. A roaring Nipsey. JV's having a good time. I am. Damn straight. Why don't every nation build layer 2s on Bitcoin? And that's their national currency, the medium of exchange, better than a CBDC. It's probably because they have bad intentions. They don't want their people to have freedom and sovereignty. If the country did, they would pull a Bukele. That's the blueprint. If your country wants you enslaved, right, and working for a digital dollar, they're going to launch CBDCs. So keep that in mind, yo. But good question. How about a roaring Nippy? A roaring Nippy. She's a Bitcoin princess. A Bitcoin princess. Yes, she is. He is the one who turned me on to Bitcoin, JV, in 2011. He has stacked a long time. Right on. You're referring to their Max? Here in England, you have ATMs without a fee, but there's a daily limit, 300 euros. What's the point of the limit? It contradicts itself. Like, if it's your money, should you be limited on how much you can withdraw? But then they'll say, so the scammers can't take your money out of the bank. Well, then there's a problem with the system if the scammers are getting access to the money in the bank. Does Nipsey bite? No, he's never bit anyone before. Never bit a human, never has bit a dog. He is the most friendly dog you'll ever see. Even if there's big dogs, he thinks he's the big dog. So he has no fear in him. That's why I love and respect Nip. Here in England, you have ATMs without the fee. Right on. I got chased by a Chihuahua once. Yeah, Chihuahuas don't play around. I'm guessing, he was a rescue pup, but I'm assuming he's part Chihuahua. So he kind of looks Chihuahua. My stepson turned me on. Oh, your stepson introduced you to Bitcoin in 2011. Wow. I waited until 2015 to buy. That's wild, yo. They want to control, always want freedom to buy the biddies. SF Hodl, welcome family. What it do? Good to see you, broski. Appreciate you. Get a pet tiger like a Mike Tyson. That's what the real G's do, right? You guys see Tate has been doing to the crypto sphere. I think he burned 37 million worth of crypto. Pretty mind-boggling. A Russell Terrier, fearless. Word. Chased by the Chihuahua at the beach. Oh no. Pet tiger. That's a little exotic for me. Tiger. Because if he's in a bad mood or a little hungry, theoretically, he can just eat you. So I don't know about that. But to each their own. I'm not judging. If you want to have a pet leopard, tiger, or panther, so be it. Send me a picture. I've actually pet some tigers before in Thailand. Got some pictures of that, actually. Actually quite interesting. Moonwell on the base. Rimrod. Word. Now, what's up with, what's her name? Who's that good basketball player that plays in the WNBA? That she's allegedly the best in there, and she didn't make it on the Olympic team. What's going on with that? I saw a Portnoy rant before I went live on my stream today. I think her name may be Caitlin or something. That's actually interesting. And which leads another topic of conversation. Why do women hate on women? And this is another thing Max Keiser actually retweeted more recently as well. It's very interesting phenomena. Not all, but just generally, women love to hate on other women, kind of like crabs in a bucket. You know what I'm talking about? Let me know, fam. Roosters chased me to the top of my Denali once. I threw everything in my bag at them, and it was terrifying. True story. Bitcoin is the best asset. There is no second best. Buy Bitcoin. Keep the buy and the biddies. Don't sell the biddies. Ignore the noise. Well said. No, not talking about Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner, by the way, is definitely a man. Come on. You can't tell me that's a woman. No freaking way. Yeah, that's the one. Caitlin Clark. Thank you. Because allegedly, I don't watch WNBA, but allegedly, she's putting up 30, 40 points per game, outperforming everyone else in the league. And they had a vote who's on the Olympic team, and apparently no one wants her to play in the Olympics, which makes absolutely no sense because it would just bring more attention and make the sport more popular. So it's like the women's league is now shooting themselves in the foot by not showing her the proper love, Now I don't understand the logic in that. So that's interesting. Jealousy and insecurity. The women here don't do that. We are the cool ones. Amen. Clear, loud and clear. And that's why I said just in general, the general, population, obviously not the women here. You guys are amazing. Michael Obama hoops. Oh, he sure does. Michael Obama, he should play football. That guy is amazing. WNBA is gross. Why do you say that? Crabs in a bucket. I mean, it's the best metaphor I could think of there. The elephant woman. Who's the elephant woman? Tragic what they have been doing to her. I know. Why? Like, who's behind all of it? It sounds like discrimination at the highest level. But how can they justify that? If you are the best basketball player in the league and you're scoring the most points and your record shows it, how they get away with not allowing her in the Olympics? Like, who's behind that decision is what I want to know. I don't know. That's why I asked. Yeah. In Australia, 5 men play in the women's soccer team, so that's a good bet. Wow. All in. There was one gambler who he gambles on women's sports, and he knows their period cycles, and depending upon who's on their period depends upon who he places his bets on. I found that actually very interesting. He knows all the women's menstrual cycles and dates and bets accordingly. Didn't know that. It's crazy. What up, Marve? What it do? Shout out K Jammy Jam. Chitty chitty bang bang, hot nick spit flame, lava pump through my veins. Glad I only watched the Premier League. Right on. Anyways, family. Anyways, elephants are intelligent. Yeah, elephants are extremely intelligent. In fact, I went to, I think this was in Thailand. They did an art show, and the elephants were artists. They actually had a paintbrush, and they painted themselves, like a mural of themselves. I've never seen anything like it. It was pretty wild, and they did it live and in the flesh. So yeah, elephants are extremely intelligent. You can teach them to do anything, and they're very friendly to humans. In fact, one of the elephants picked me up by their trunk and held me in the air, and I got a photo. One of my favorite photos. And it was back when I had my long, hippie hair. Anyways, discrimination. Bitcoin at 69. Non-discriminator. Bitcoin at 400 G's, baby. I have roosters and geese. Y'all have to call ahead to make it into my house. How could it be possible to know that for a whole team, let alone multiple? I call BS, but funny, says Billin. She is a conservative. That's cool. Yo, we're getting closer and closer to 70 G's here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 says commandments.
Another true story that sounds absurd. I was chased down by a swan. No way. It was in attack mode. Scarier than the rooster. His mate had eggs nearby. Another close call. Glad you're safe there, Chandy. Good Lord. WNBA knows that all the PR gets views. They come for the train wreck. Right on, Ron. Elephant photo I want to see. Country song. Must be hard to be a woman. What's that from? Well.
You know what time it is.
What time is it?
60 G's, 60 G's. I'm buying opportunity. Bitcoin.
Stacking biddies.
But I don't sweat it because it's just pathetic to let it get me involved in that sell on the dip crowd sell on the dip crowd dip sell dope sell no sell no Bitcoin sell. I'm no sellout. Bitcoin. Roger out, Roger out.
Anyways, here's what we're going to do. We still got 300 people on the tube, but greatly appreciate all the support. We have probably like 500 people already on X. Probably got close to 100 people on Rumble. We're going to continue with the uncensored version of the pod. So here's what we do. We're going to end the YouTube stream right now. So if you're watching on YouTube, you're one of the 300 people watching live, just head on over to X or Rumble. It's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. My X Profile name is Crypto News Yes. Either way, come find me and we'll continue with the uncensored version of the podcast as we do each and every day. It's going to be lit, just like this sage, and we'll continue kicking it for another 30 minutes or so. Head on over to rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net and let's continue uncensored. Let's go. All right. YouTube stream is finito.